can you guys have already finished Holly? How can you already have finished it? I'm a fast reader, and I have not found the time. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's Stephen King. It's Friday. It's the Cult Show. And unfortunately, we're not talking about Stephen King anymore after this introduction.
No. Unfortunately not.
No, tonight is the Witchery night.
Night for Witchery.
The Witchery.
Night for Witchery.
You know what I think of is Hickory Dickory Dock. The Witchery.
Yeah.
The Witchery went up the clock.
Witchery Dickory Dock.
Yeah.
Otherwise known as Evil Encounters, Ghost House 2, Witchcraft, La Casa 4.
So many people's favorites.
It's such a good film, they had to name it 5 times. That's what it's all about.
You know what? It's kind of a red flag, right?
Yes.
If your movie has too many names, it's kind of a red flag.
Either it's a tax shelter, you're running for from the federales, or your movie's so bad you gotta give it a new name.
Like any market you go to, well, let's call it this. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
To profit off of. Yeah.
Do I want Kraft macaroni and cheese, or do I want the crap cheese and macaroni? I don't know.
I'd rather have Cheddar Goblin.
You are the Cheddar Goblin.
There you go. Hello, everyone in chat. Welcome. I apologize in advance.
Should we tell them are the good news, or should we cheers first?
Oh, what's your good news? Yeah.
We might have somebody stopping by the basement.
Oh, that's right. We have a guest tonight. We're giving you a little extra something for your money, people.
Yeah. It's not just about the Witchery here tonight.
That's right. A little value add.
All right.
All right. Cheers.
Refreshing.
So good. That's the last time we're going to feel refreshed the whole show.
Probably.
Probably.
Though I am excited to see who stops by the basement. That's refreshing.
That's refreshing.
Because people don't want to come see us anymore.
No. They're waiting for the AC to get fixed.
Yeah, they're like, it's fucking hot in that basement. And we can vouch for that.
So, I haven't seen you, I have not literally seen you in 2 weeks.
Yes, it's very busy.
What's going on with
you?
Very
busy. Well, let's not talk about unpleasant
No.
things.
Okay.
Let's talk about some unpleasant fucking movies that I watched instead.
Okay.
I'm so done. I need to watch some good movies. First of all, I did see one good movie.
Okay.
Slaughterhouse.
Awesome.
It's a one-night special engagement here.
In the basement?
Roxy.
Upstairs.
Slaughterhouse was everything. It was literally all the hype is real.
Okay.
It is so cute. It is so, the sloth is so cute. She's adorable. She's a girl boss. It's a good for her story. It is so much fun. And there's a nice little kind of twist to it that, really spoke to my heart. Yeah.
Is she a clever girl?
Clever girl. Yes, she's so clever. But other than that, I watched this movie. I watched your movie last time. I watched The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh, didn't care for it?
No.
Why not? Why do you not like the movie?
That accent. I was like, somebody come pick up Russell Crowe. Somebody come pick up Grandpa. He is drunk and he needs to go home. There were some things that actually I did kind of like about the movie, but for the most part, it's gonna be a no for me. Mm-hmm. And it just kind of set me off on this tangent of anger. Then I also watched Vivarium. Hated that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did y'all see Vivarium?
No.
It's on Netflix right now, just like Pope's Exorcist. And it has, it's good. And I was actually enjoying it for most of it, but I hated the ending.
Okay.
Hated the ending. And
it just ruined the whole thing.
For me, it did.
Okay.
For me, it did. Otherwise, I liked the acting in it. I liked the look of it. I thought it was really cool. I liked what we were doing there. I liked the... kind of this domestic weird situation they find themselves in. But the ending, I was like, oh, come on. I also nicknamed it the Mormon horror movie.
Oh.
If you know, you know.
Okay.
I would call it that. So I'm going to be picking a good movie for my pick. Well, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
But I'll tell you at the end of class
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
what the
God.
homework
I
is.
hope it's just awful.
I know, right?
I don't think so.
I hope we
It's-
just have this streak of like 3
No.
stinkers.
I
in a row.
can't because, like, honestly, like, well, we'll get into it.
Okay. My turn?
Sure.
Fire it up.
Watching Ahsoka, love it. Watching What We Do in the Shadows, loving it. Watching Only Murders in the Building, loving it. I finally finished Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
Never started.
Finally.
Yeah, me neither.
I had started it and then stopped a long time ago, so I had to go back to the very beginning. It's great. Great fun.
You loved it?
Also on Netflix. Recommend it.
I
Neil,
love Killian,
when
of
you
course.
say you've been through everything, have you seen it? Did you watch
Peaky
it?
Blinders?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, that's there.
Yeah, you know, I feel like maybe I started it once and then I didn't capture me or something.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Wasn't enough.
Who's in
for
it?
All right.
Killian Murphy.
Yeah, that's what I
Cillian
thought.
Murphy.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love it. It's great.
Okay,
Love
I
the
probably
look,
would
love
like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was
Anyway,
probably in a foul mood.
probably. But
No.
you also haven't seen Sopranos either, so
I haven't.
that's
no, I have
always
not.
there
Which
for
is
you
shocking.
too.
Or
Yeah.
Seinfeld, or
Whatever.
What are you talking about this?
That's Seinfeld. You just did it. That's the whole Seinfeld.
Oh, finally watched Cocaine Bear and
Oh,
fucking love
Cocaine
that too.
That's a fun movie, right?
Fucking
I haven't seen
Elizabeth
that yet.
Banks is. It's on. They just put it up on Amazon. So
Okay. I
if you
didn't
have an
mean to
account, you
not
can watch
see
it
Cocaine
there.
Bear.
Elizabeth Banks is just
Love
she's so great.
She's awesome.
Such an awesome director. Like
Yeah.
she gets it
Seriously.
because it's a really dumb movie, but
It's supposed to be fun.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that just totally comes through. So
I bet she and I would be good friends if she would.
She'd be friends with the
oh,
Ghost
yeah.
Show.
If she just would remove the restraining order, I bet she and I would be best friends.
Is that why
So-
she hasn't answered to my calls?
that's what it gotta be.
because of Neil, she can't be in.
God damn it, Neil.
I know. I don't know.
She gets visibly ill. Like, she gets too close and projectile
Oh,
vomits.
I sense something. A presence I haven't felt.
It's that creeper outside my gate again. Oh well.
She's like, damn
Elizabeth.
it, Neil, you're married, I'm married, leave me alone. So
Doesn't
Yeah.
have to be romantic.
That's right. I'm not looking for no.
I'm looking for romance.
I just want her toenail clippings. That's all I want. Come on. Is it
Make
too
it-
much to ask?
Making a sculpture of your face.
that reminds me, I have some of her toenail clippings. I'll sell them to you.
Oh,
when we're-
really?
Yeah. Just,
Thank you.
You know, remind me when
They're
Okay.
up on the Colt Show store right now.
All right. For me, I first want to say goodbye, summer. See ya.
Fuck off, summer.
I don't want to be.
No,
Get out.
it's our time now.
It
This
is.
is our time.
It's our
down
time
here.
down here.
Exactly.
God darn right. Oh, get out of here. We're ready for Halloween. All the orange and the Spirit
Orange.
Halloweens, everything's
We
popping
went
up.
to Spirit.
We went to Spirit.
We did our inaugural first voyage.
We did. It was wonderful. So
we
happy.
cried. We prayed.
We did. Got down on our knees and said thank you.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh man, I watched a film on Shudder called Super Deep. Have you guys heard of it or seen it when you've been cruising the Shudder hallways?
I don't think so.
Sounds super
It's a
deep.
Russian film.
Oh, cool.
It's interesting. It's got a great premise. This is one that needs a remake,
Okay.
believe it or not, because
Yeah.
it's got a great idea about scientists years ago that created a lab miles underground, and it takes it's super deep, and so it takes an elevator that go down like really fast, and there's a whole intricate thing with this elevator. But basically, some kind of virus gets loose, starts turning people into it's like a mix of what's the Natalie Portman one where things grow?
Oh,
Annihilation.
yes.
It's kind of like
oops.
Annihilation.
that book.
I really
No,
like.
the
I haven't
book
read the
rules.
book, but I like the movie a lot.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like Annihilation and a zombie film and like all this kind of stuff mixed together.
Ooh.
The dubbing is horrible. It's English dub. It's horrible.
Oh, I hate that.
So getting past that is a little hard. Like I would rather just reading the subtitles. But it's got a really good idea. It entertained me enough to watch the whole thing. It's interesting. It's got a really cool premise. So
Okay.
if anyone is looking for something, Super Deep on
It's super
Shudder.
deep.
Super deep.
Duran Duran has got a new album. Have you heard about this?
I saw Haley posted a thing about it.
Did she? Okay. Dance Macabre. That's pretty cool.
It's an awesome name.
The first release from it is Dance Macabre. It's actually a pretty good song.
Thank you.
like the first like words in it are like Halloween Girl or something. I mean, it's
Oh shit.
and the other song titles like a Ghost Town. There is Secret October 31. Like all these.
Ooh.
So I'm kind of curious like where they're going with
Are
it.
they
But
becoming spooky bitches?
I don't know, but I love it. I think it's worth a listen. I'm looking for. It comes out October 27, just in time for Halloween.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that one.
I'll have to look. Yeah.
And then finally, we talked about this as a group, but the Thanksgiving movie,
Finally.
Eli Roth finally
We've been
making this thing happen.
waiting.
Finally, I'm excited. The trailer is pretty cool. If you guys have checked it out,
Oh, of course. I've watched it like 3 times.
have you? Yeah,
Yeah, I'm so excited.
it's pretty fun. I love when they show the cheerleader bouncing
Right?
at the end.
Because it's like,
That's
if you know,
the
you know.
infamous- yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
we all remember.
So
Yeah.
that's really cool. And then I saw the When Evil Lurks trailer. Have you seen that one?
No, but that's our guy.
That's our guy from Terrified.
Yes.
Yeah, Damien Rugna.
Yeah,
So anything he does at this point, I am.
same. I'll
All
watch
for.
anything. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Michael, this is our 150th episode.
What?
Number 150.
They
Yes.
said it would never last.
That's right.
They wished it would never.
That's right. You tried to shut us down.
So
We keep
weird.
crawling
It
back from
only
the
felt
dead.
like 240.
That's right.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
I'm like, it's only 150. Like, you're like, only?
Is that only?
You
I've
sure
seen your
about
guys'
that math
faces
there?
a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, everyone.
We did
Thank
it.
you. Yay! Yay! Anyway, that's all. That's all I got. So, yeah. So, hey, who's
Do you hear a knock at the door?
I do hear a knock at the door. I do hear a
Someone
knock.
rapping at our chamber door?
They keep on knocking and they can't come in. No, let him in. Let him in, producer
Get
Scott.
in here.
Hello.
Let him in.
Who is that?
Is that
over
Dawn?
Hello.
There? It's Dawn.
Don Cardenas, what are you doing here?
Hello, Don.
Welcome.
I saw some
Oh,
lights
I
on.
can't
And I
hear
just
Dawn.
walked into a random building because that usually works
Can
out
we
for
hear
people
Dawn?
who do that.
No.
So
Can't hear you.
But I'm sure Scott's working on it.
No,
Hey,
you can't
Dawn.
Hi,
hear me?
Dawn.
There you go.
We couldn't
Give
hear
us.
you.
I'm sorry,
There
Don.
you go.
We had collective
Yeah.
collective ear loss.
But the audience heard you, just not us. So
Oh, okay.
How's it going?
Going great. I too am celebrating the end of summer because I am not a summer, I love the idea of it, but for me it's the temperature. Anything over 75, it's like, no, thank you.
Sorry.
So
it's producers.
Yes.
We're
All
having some
right.
Technical difficulties. in the
Technical
basement.
difficulties. This is why we love doing live shows.
Yeah.
Because we always have problems. But
It's cursed. This place is cursed.
yeah,
So Dawn, you are in maybe the coolest room I've ever seen right now.
oh,
Is this
thank
your
you.
house?
Yeah, this is my office in the house. This is I kind of have 3/4 of it, and my wife has the other quarter of it. And thankfully, she's cool with all of this stuff behind me.
Yay.
In
well,
front-
it's
in
very
front
generous of
me,
you
too.
to give her a quarter of your desk.
Yes, very
So-
nice.
Well,
Or
it was intended. It was intended to be just mine,
Right.
but then it happened, and now
Yep.
But
I
that's
approve.
fine. I'm glad to have the company.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's really cool, and he's got some cool stuff in the back.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how many guitars do you have in total? I bet you have more than what's hanging there.
I know the number offhand just because I just got the silver one a few weeks ago. I have 19,
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
and I guess everyone kind of had their things they kind of went headfirst into over the past couple years to kind of, I don't know, maybe socially cope with things.
Yeah, with the cocoa. Yeah.
Mine was getting more cheap guitars, and since cheap guitars these days are really well made, I'm like, well, I don't have this kind of guitar. I don't have this kind of guitar, and next thing you know, here we go. And I also put up a nice little collection of Godzilla kaiju vinyls in the back, and
Oh my god.
those that's been fun getting those. It's rare they're up there. Usually my daughter comes and steals them and
Oh, cute.
and takes them away. But and then obviously the requisite shelves of comics
Yeah.
Yes.
every comic artist has to have. And then
Speaking of comics.
Speaking
the
of
lights. You got to do the lights.
Yeah. So the reason we summoned you to this basement today was, in fact, to talk about comics.
You have,
Awesome. Well, I'm ready.
yeah,
I think I have a couple that interest you.
absolutely.
Right now,
Can you let everyone know exactly what it is you're doing, what your job is, what pays the bills to afford these lovely guitars?
What affords these lovely guitars is my wife, really. But,
Yes.
no, it's I am an artist and co-creator of a book called Evie and the Helsings, and I am also the artist of Jackie Kong's comic Spend the Night. And I know she's been, she's a friend of the show, and she's been on fairly recently. And on top of that, I also do a podcast called Comics, Coffee, Metal, where I talk to other creatives about comics, coffee, and metal. and I do play these things from time to time as well.
Sweet.
That is awesome. Those are
but
three
yeah,
things that I love.
mainly, I answered the summons to come because my comic Evie and the Helsings, we are currently kickstarting the second issue. We have about 4 days left, and we are very comfortably funded, but we still have awesome stretch goals we want to hit. We want to get the book out to as many people as possible. And even though we are kickstarting the second issue, there's plenty of tiers where you have the first issue as well in case you missed the first Kickstarter we had in January. Evie and the Helsings is about Evie Van Helsing, who, after her mother passes away, becomes the next in line for the legendary vampire hunting Van Helsing mantle. But problem is, she just wants to rock. So she's gonna find out that she's gonna have to figure out how to do both.
That's tough.
It's been a lot of fun developing this book with my co-creator Steve Bryant, and he's someone I've known for many, many years. He has his own history of amazing comics and stuff like that. It's our first time, despite being friends for about over a decade, actually having something come out together and all that, and it's been a blast. I absolutely love drawing this book. I love, as meticulous as it is trying to draw instruments and stuff like that, obviously I love it.
So we've all read your comic.
Yes.
And we thought, it was really fun, well inked, well illustrated. I mean, it was a lot of, we love the gore.
We love the gore.
Got some good blood and slashing.
Gorgeous, funny, brilliant.
It's got guitars.
There's much more of all of that to come, for sure.
Yes. So is that like your big things, Godzilla and vampires? Because you even have a little Godzilla eating noodles, which is so precious.
Godzilla shirts are also kind of a thing I've started getting a lot more. Like I had zero a couple years ago, and now I have half my t-shirt wardrobe is Godzilla shirts.
Wow.
Wow.
So, but why not? I love who doesn't love a good Godzilla shirt?
Yeah, we all got through the pandemic any way we could. So,
I could have gone down much worse rabbit holes.
Absolutely.
than reigniting my love of kaiju. And vampires, truthfully, I'm not a huge vampire person. Mm-hmm. And when Steve approached me with his idea for the book, I was like, well, I want to work with you. I love the idea of the band and the supernatural aspect. I'm like, vampires, And I realized I'm just not a fan of the romantic vampire. I'm not the Anne Rice fan. I'm the 30 Days of Night vampire fan. The the nasty little guys with the wicked teeth and all that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, I do get the appeal of the romantic vampire because at least with what we do in the shadows. I love that. That's
us too.
How do you not love that?
Yeah.
And it's not that I dislike it. It just wasn't my thing. So I'm like, well, let me see if I can do both, And in the first issue, we kind of see our main vampire, and he's more of that romantic type of vampire. But then you also see the guys who are almost like goblins almost. And, there's a whole lot of headcanon I have with these vampires where it's almost like different classes of vampire, if you're closer to a true vampire, you look more human all the time. But whenever you're going to feed, you're going to get a little monstrous, And so being able to play with all that was really intriguing to me. And then just figuring out the rules of everything, because that's the fun part for me with stories, is just figuring out even if we don't tell anybody, just for myself, figuring everything, the whole world around it, is the most fun of it. So.
Cool.
But yeah,
That is
that's Steve just approached me with the idea one day. He actually sent me a logo. It was the old school Van Halen logo with like the piping, like the wings, but it said Van Helsing. And then I'm like, okay, I'm interested. What is this? And originally this was supposed to be like kind of like a satire with like an Eddie Van Halen type.
Okay.
And this was maybe 6 months after he had passed away. So Steve was like, it's probably not in good taste to do that. I'm like, well, at the time and still currently, like I'm a big fan of like just female fronted rock bands and metal bands. So I'm like, make it Evie. Like, let's do that, And he's like, yes. And then we just kind of ping pong ideas back and forth, really fleshed it out. And it became less of like a satire, tongue in cheek thing. We have plenty of that. But it became a lot more about the characters and, putting a lot more emotion and heart into that. Because Steve and I were both just sappy dads at the core of our beings. So anything, like if we can make people, care about the characters, then all the ridiculous stuff we're going to put them through means a whole lot more. You actually have a concern if the so-and-so is going to make out of this crazy scenario unscathed or not. So it kind of just snowballed from there. And we've been just, like little kids, just like giggling when we're like tossing story ideas back and forth. This first arc, we're in the second issue right now. We have 4 issues total for this first arc. We've already like decided what we're doing for the second arc, which really opens up the world a bit more with more supernatural kind of stuff. And I'm really excited for that. And then, Steve has plans for like the third and kind of like, the first kind of ending kind of thing. Because we would love to tell these stories forever, but if you don't have some kind of like spot where it could be an ending, it kind of feels like you're just dragging things along. So, but yeah, that's my rambling on the story of Evie and the Helsings.
Well, so I've already checked out the comic, which I love, as we talked about. I've got to check out your podcast, though, because comics, coffee, and metal are 3 of my favorite things. And producer Scott as well. We are the local metalheads of this basement, much to the others' chagrins.
Well, more than check it out, I have to have you on.
Oh,
I would die. I would just die. I can't be on that. That's too cool. That's way too cool.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of picked that as kind of my quote unquote brand moniker, just because one of the 3 things I love more, just as most than anything besides my family, of course. But also because comics and metal, like they are so much more than what people initially think they are. Like I say I love metal, you say you love metal. If we name our top 5 metal bands, there's a good chance we're talking about completely different like subgenres and things. And I love so much of the varying subgenres of metal, and metal is more than like a genre to me. It's a medium.
Yes.
It's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Because you can do really fun. You can have stuff like Electric Callboy, where it's like almost like dance pop music with really heavy, riffing guitars and screaming vocals, and then you can have something like Nightwish, or Delane, and then on the flip side, you can go and you can have something like, if you want to go old school, go Death. You can have you can even go to Pantera, and like it's just so much. It's like how you can just swim in it for whatever vibe, mood, or whatever it is you're doing, and I really love that. And the same is with comics,
Yeah. Oh,
so
I love it. I think we just became BFF. I don't want to oversell it, but I think I'm leaving the cult show for your podcast.
There goes another co-host.
There are so many of us. There are so many of us, and once we start talking about it, and of course, coffee. I love my coffee. I love trying different coffees and stuff like that, and that's been a real fun thing for doing the podcast because I try to make recommendations with every episode. Yeah. So I try to find different roasters, different blends, and test those out. And you really find out what you like and what you don't like with coffee and stuff like that. But it's fun. Like it's just it's definitely the hobby side of things, but it's just it brings a lot of joy to do something like that. So.
Yeah. Well, and especially like I'm like totally hijacking this from the other two, but like I'm Finnish American, so metal and coffee is what I need to live. It's what I need to live.
There you go.
It's my life's
There you
blood.
go.
Yeah. So you mentioned Jackie, our friend Jackie, and Spend the Night.
Spend the Night.
Do you guys have any questions about Spend the Night?
No, I mean I know the third comic's about to come out on that. I guess real quick, is there anything Jackie asked you to plug real quick? Because I know she's really good at that.
Well, I was texting with her earlier about files because I literally finished the inks for issue 3 yesterday afternoon. And I'm sure she's gonna make sure I plug that. The final order cutoff from your comic shop is this weekend, so it's the 10th. So if you want to order that, I have to make sure it's in stock at your comic shop. I'll make sure I put it up on my social media or Jackie's Instagram, and you can get the number from there. Take it to your local comic shop and order away. It's also all up on Lunar's website and all that. And then I'm pretty sure Jackie's in the thick of it, finishing up the colors for issue 3 and getting the letters and all that stuff done. And so I'm pretty sure within the next few days, she's going to start pinging me like, okay, let's talk about 4.
So Don, did you know you and I are tied together because if you open the back cover of Spend the Night, my name is on it because I helped her a little bit as well. So we have a common creation together. We have a baby.
You do have a baby.
Well, I just have the second issue right now.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Here we go. I got the first one. Here we go.
Yes. There they are.
Yes, we share some credits.
We share some credits together.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right there.
So there you go, baby. So
Those are some good-looking covers. I gotta say.
If you need me to sign that for you, let me know. Anyway, so can you tell, I guess, everyone again, you're on Kickstarter right now. You got 4 days left for the stretch goals. So I'm guessing they just go to kickstarter.com/EV in the Helsings.
You just go to eveinthehelsings.com, 1L, helsings.com. Or if it's easier, you can just search up my name on any social media because there's like 50 of them now. And I'm Don Cardenas art on all of them. And it's a direct link there. We are, a couple $100 away from our third stretch goal, which is some additional postcards of one of our covers. And it'll be tight. I'm hoping we get to our $11,000 stretch goal, which is another original Evie and the Helsings song.
Oh, cool.
Because that's something I did for the first campaign. I wrote an instrumental song, from the band.
Right.
And our hope is that when we get to the collected edition, if we can keep this momentum up and have a collected edition come out and do a Kickstarter for that, we'll actually go then hire a female rock singer to put some lyrics and vocals over them. So we'll have a full-on Evie and the Helsings EP.
Sweet.
To give to everybody.
I'm really excited.
I mean, I already have the person picked out. She's down for it. I just, we're just trying to get everything, all the ducks in a row. And because as much as I love making music and all that, like I got to make the comics first.
Yeah.
So, but I'm really hoping for that. Even then, it's still something we're planning on doing. The stretch goal is just getting it out to people, sooner than later.
Right.
But yeah,
Awesome.
eveinthehelsings.com. First and second issues are available both digitally and print. We have tons of different variant covers. For myself, from Steve, we have a foil cover that's inked by a friend of mine who owns a comic shop in Chicago, who's instrumental in me getting back into comics and drawing again. So it was nice to have him come and ink that cover to kind of make a full circle thing. He's also a metal singer too. So it all ties. We're everywhere. Our metal comics people are everywhere. You can't throw a rock and not hit one of us.
Awesome.
Sure.
Love it.
All right. Well,
Thank you so much.
yeah. Good luck hitting those stretch goals.
Thanks for coming to the basement.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And I'll be hitting you two up soon. All three of you, if you want. Either at the same time or one at a time. We'll get you on the show and we can just nerd out about all that stuff.
Well, Caleb and I will talk about coffee with you, and then you can talk about the metal with these two crazies.
And the comics.
And the comics, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down.
Well, say hi to your wife for us, by the way.
Yeah.
I will do. Thank you very much for having me on. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Don. Appreciate it.
Don.
Take care.
Bye.
That was cool.
You guys, I like Don.
Yes. You're okay, Dawn.
Dawn's one of us.
One of us. Yeah.
Well, Dawn can come to the
Absolutely.
seance.
Metal, guitars, comic books.
You're into the guitars.
kaiju.
You play the git fiddle.
I wouldn't say it plays me more than I play it, but
Stop.
Hey, look at our friends.
Oh, hi, friends.
Hi.
Hi, Zeno.
Zenos, we're coming for you,
Ooh.
Zenos.
Zeno.
We're gonna be there
What's
soon,
up, buddy?
Zenos.
Well, what do you guys think? We put it off long enough?
We gotta talk about the fucking
I
witchery.
know.
Witchery dickory dock. Here we
All
go.
All right, and
Okay.
that was Witchery. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks
Yeah,
for listening.
let's play a game. So, no. Unfortunately, we are going to talk about Witchery. Directed by Fabrizio Laurenti. Written by Harry Spalding and one other.
And one other.
So this movie is from 1988. Please direct your hate mail to Neil for this episode. When a storm strands a group on a Massachusetts island where the only dwelling is an old hotel, supposedly haunted by the ghost of a former German actress, the result is the standard horror film as... The result is... Oh my god, I just copied this off of
Yeah.
IMDb. I wouldn't even bother to come up with something for this. The result is the standard horror film as each of the cast is picked off one by one. Somebody could not even be
Standard.
Standard.
So from 1988.
That's the one.
So Neil sent us a text that said, apologies in advance. And it was like, I don't know that I can ever forgive you for The Witchery. I don't know that I can ever forgive you for this movie.
All right.
So talk to us about it.
Yeah, okay. So I stumbled across this film about 4 to 6 months ago. I'm not exactly sure when. And I watched it, and I was sucked in by pretty much how absurd the acting was, by how horrid the dialogue was. And I kept waiting, like, okay, it's Linda Blair and it's David Hasselhoff. I have to give it some kind of, see what's going on. And it just keeps on laying large eggs, everywhere. But I thought, when it was over, I gave it some thought. I'm like, you know what, this might be a fun one to talk about because we can make a lot of jokes about it and we can have fun discussion about it and everything in between. And then since then, I basically had forgotten quite how bad this film really is.
Were you drunk
So
the first time?
I wish I was, but then I would have forgotten about it completely, maybe. But it's this movie. It has a lot of problems. It doesn't make much sense. Again, the dialogue and the acting is abysmal. I don't know that there's a heck of a lot good that we're probably going to say. Like, at least The Bride had production value, right? It had nice costumes.
There's very little redeeming factors in The Witchery.
Right.
Besides a kind of cool title.
Right. So this film, this is an Italian film. It's one of those that falls into the Italians made a movie. They used American actors. They may have shot some on, did some location shooting in America to show you some of that and then did the rest abroad or whatever. What I looked into, I saw that it was shot.
Yeah, I did too.
In
Same.
Massachusetts, basically.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the Italians like to just wipe out the entire soundtrack and redub the whole thing. I think they used some of the voices in this because it sounded like Hasselhoff and Linda Blair.
Right.
I'm not sure how many others may have been dubbed beyond that. There's definitely a lot of Foley work. Oh, a lot of Foley work, over the top Foley work. But it's crazy. What did you guys think?
Kayla?
Okay. Last time we were here, we talked about The Bride, and I made the comment that a 2-hour film that felt longer than The Postman. This movie is 30 minutes less than The Bride. It's an hour and a half long. And it felt longer than The Postman.
Yes, well said.
This thing just drags on, and it's padded with things that make no sense.
Yeah.
None. I mean, I'm like editing it as I'm going along. Like, this movie, I had it edited down to about 22 minutes. Easy.
Did you guys know that when I get really stressed out, my eye twitches?
No.
It's a
did
true
not know
story.
that.
And this movie made my eye twitch. And I can feel it wanting to twitch. Just talking about Witchery. Again, it was so boring. Especially until everybody, the whole fucking party gets to the island. It is so dragged.
Yeah.
And it is like, how is it? I felt myself disassociating and like floating away. And then there'd be like a large noise or something, or, the thing dropped in front of Linda Blair that time. And it was like, oh, that's right. I'm watching a movie. I forgot that I was doing that. I do have one redeeming thing to say about this movie. First of all, it's not Linda Blair's fault that she's in this horrible movie. Because I'm sure needed the work.
Well, yeah.
I love her to pieces.
Yes.
And she is a good actress. And other people in this movie are good actors too.
At one point in their life.
But this was not a good showcase of anyone's talents, and that's
No.
a fault of the writer and the directors.
Yes.
I loved the beach island setting. I am a sucker for like a beach setting, we're stranded on an island setting. So that was actually where I started to have hope initially, is that. So the start of the movie, the opening scene, is a chase scene.
Pitchforks! A mob with pitchforks!
And it ends in death. And like these people are running. They run for what feels like 15 fucking minutes. And no one is sweaty. Did you notice that?
Sure.
And no one ever catches up to anybody. And
No, they're just like
and the person they're chasing is a pregnant woman, and
Yep.
she's checking all these doors, and but the guys with pitchforks, I don't know, they must have been checking all the doors too to make sure
Yeah.
unless she got in one and locked it. But
Well, it's the buckle on their pilgrim hats that
Right,
slowing
yeah,
them
yeah.
down.
Exactly,
So-
maybe. And the pitchforks.
the weight of their purity.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was mad that they didn't have torches though.
No, we couldn't
it's
afford
not a real
torches.
mob unless you have
We
torches
could not afford that.
and pitchforks.
Why couldn't they made that scene, by the way? It was like you didn't know what was going on, right? Because it wasn't like a sepia tone or black and white.
Is this
or,
the
It was
past?
just like
Yeah.
it's like just all people is chasing a pregnant gal.
Is it a cult?
Right?
Yeah.
And then
And
and then she yeets herself out the window.
Yes, she
So-
does.
But and now you're back, and then you go to current times. You assume.
We can only assume.
Yes.
David Hasselhoff's character is a photographer, and he and his girlfriend are there to capture the mysterious witch light.
Yep.
So that's nice.
That's it. You finished. You got the whole premise.
And I can't honestly remember exactly Linda Blair's family and the realtor thing.
Yeah.
They're like it's like they're gonna
So
buy it or sell
the
it.
mom wants
Buy
to
it.
buy it
Yeah.
and turn it into a clubhouse,
Yep.
hotel, something.
Something for rich folks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not rich themselves. We're not millionaires.
Right.
But we have enough money to buy this.
Right.
And
And they need an architect
yeah.
who does absolutely nothing.
Oh, she's amorous though.
Yeah,
She's
that's what she
amorous.
does. But
Yeah.
So there's Scott. Did David Hasselhoff ever play the Phantom of the Opera?
Yes.
He had to have, right?
No.
Well, he makes a joke.
Sure.
He makes a Phantom of the Opera joke in here.
He does.
And he says it very tongue in cheek. So I was like, did he play Phantom? Because I know he played in Jekyll and Hyde, and
Right.
he has
In
done
high
musicals.
school.
Yeah, in high school he did the Phantom. he played. he
Drama
played
class.
Christine.
Drama class.
There's okay. So you get excited when you see the cool looking older woman in black because she looks goddamn fabulous, and I'm like, is she the witch? She's so cool. Don't get excited. She's not that cool. The movie is
This
not that cool.
woman appears in so many mirrors and so many reflections.
So she's a German actress that is dead, but is also
Alive?
witch,
Yeah,
and
Lynch.
wants to open a portal to hell and bring forth a hell baby.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Something like
That's
that.
also I'll buy
Okay,
that.
So it's Rosemary's Baby.
No.
Like just as good, right?
So okay,
Polanski who?
the dialogue starts in the beginning, right? Pretty close to the beginning with, I mean, when you get Hasselhoff and his girlfriend are on the island in the house looking around or whatever, and you get basically like, you know, there's this light they're trying to chase, and this girl is translating some German book that's never been translated before, apparently.
She's chilling in
Right?
Massachusetts, never translated.
Exactly, but she's like, you know, she's like feeling tired or something, and Hasselhoff's like, "Oh, you're working too hard on that book about the witch's light," and it's like, "Oh, thank you for letting us know in one, you know,
Exposition.
yeah, in one sentence." And then there's a thing
Alter?
about, and then she goes to him, "Thanks for coming with me and taking pictures for my book." You're just like, "Oh, okay, well, we're up to speed. We know what's going on now."
That's all we need to know.
It's like, oh my god! I mean, just playing it down to the absolute dumbest up person. I don't know.
And, you know, sometimes these movies are fun to watch, and sometimes they're fun to talk about. Like, we're having
Absolutely.
a good time right now, but it's like, it's not really a good time.
No.
It's a really good time. It actually really, I'm not gonna lie to you, this put me in like a slump, because I was like, so like, I don't know, I just had an existential crisis of like, did I really watch this? Do I want to spend my life watching this?
I know. I'm
Sometimes
sorry.
these are fun with a group,
Yes.
and then also
We
sometimes they
should've.
can get really boring though.
Yeah.
Like, that's always been my, you know, when people want to have like awesomely bad movie nights, it's like, that can be fun, but honestly it can also be like,
If it's
really
bad,
boring.
yeah. Something,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was
Kind of a
definitely hate
downer.
watching by 5 minutes
2
in.
minutes in. Yeah.
So Linda Blair, we find out, is pregnant.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
She's one of the first times you see the old German woman.
Yes.
Linda Blair's walking down the street in the current time,
Right.
and then there's the girder moving
gutter.
along,
Right.
you know, coming kind of thing, and then you see the rope starting to snap. Did the witch do it, or did she make Linda Blair stop so she wouldn't get crushed? How did you take that?
Well, at first I thought the witch did it, but then it occurred to me it would have to be so she didn't get crushed, because she
Right.
wanted
She wants
the
the
pregnant woman.
BB. Yeah. Right.
So, but Linda Blair must lost her damn toes.
But when
She did. The construction workers, though, are hilarious.
Yes.
They're like, and it's all dubbed. Their mouths,
Nothing
I don't even
matches.
think they're moving, you know. They're like, did that hit you? Are you okay? It
Yep.
didn't hit you. You're okay.
Yep. It didn't hit you or anything, did it? It's like she would be probably on the ground splatted if it
Yeah,
had.
Yeah.
I think you would
So.
be able to tell.
Yep. Pretty quick.
Yeah. So already this kind of it's convoluted. It's convoluted.
Yeah.
So I have a note here. The blonde child annoys me,
Oh God.
Oh.
I have worst actor kid ever.
but I don't think he
I
was really dubbed, right? Like he was
I don't know.
I
Hallucinating.
nicknamed him Tommy Monotone
Okay.
because every line is delivered with. I mean, even when he's like talking into his little voice recorder, he's like,
Yes.
I love you, Jane. I love you, Jane. I love you, Jane. I love you, Jane.
Yep.
God, we haven't got to that.
Remember
yet.
that? Not
Yeah.
that you would.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's
Spoiler
gonna come
alert.
back again.
And I know when you see the witch the first time, like, can I have my balls?
Yeah.
How do you know my name? I mean, just
He's the fucking Terminator.
seriously.
Come
Fuck you,
with me
asshole.
if you want to live.
Also, I'm just jumping ahead a tiny bit here to
That's
warn people.
fine.
There's also really nasty sexual assault in this movie too. So just FYI, that's coming. So getting pulled into a dirty tub is scary. Like, we can all agree, right? There's water and it's murky and you can't see. Then once you get into the dirty tub, you have to go through the tunnel of red lights. They are ring-shaped red ring lights.
Red reverberating lighting things.
And you're like, ah! And that is not scary.
No.
Why couldn't they just leave it at the tub?
I don't know.
They are obsessed with this red light hallway.
It's your
thing.
passage to
Hell.
Hell.
It's the three
I guess.
doors.
Oh, okay. Well, there you
Yeah.
go. See.
I mean, I get what it is, but I hate it.
No,
Yeah.
it's not done well.
No, it's just an actor standing there going, ah, and then they superimpose,
Like, it's worse than the Cold Show Players.
Oh, way worse.
It's worse than
Absolutely.
the Cold Show Players.
Way more production
What are you
value behind our
talking about?
stuff.
Cold Show Players are awesome.
They are awesome.
Check it out if
They
you
are
don't
awesome.
know.
I'm a big fan. So then, at this first entry into hell, we have people fighting over a desiccated baby corpse.
Yeah. Was that a fetus? Was that a doll? Was that?
Okay, it's like jerky. It's like, and it's. I beg the question: why didn't you eat it sooner?
Yeah.
Why did you wait until it was dried and mummified?
Why did you cure it first? Like, what are you thinking?
And they over-cured it. I mean, it's
Oh,
really
yeah,
Plus,
work.
they gave Jane a piece, though.
A piece of baby
Jane is
jerky.
the character's name of
But what's
yes.
and these two old people that are behind this enclosure that was clearly built brand new for the film, didn't look aged at all, right? And they're in
Yes.
hell though, which makes no sense. And they're just like, like eating the baby arm, and you're just
Oh, spit.
You're
That is
like-
literally what they do. That is literally what they do.
I mean, oh my god, it makes no sense. Now, one of my favorite bits
Okay.
on this whole movie, or one of the actors, is the real estate father. Not the kid who goes to the island, but the dad.
Not Daddy's
Oh
boy,
my
but
God.
Yeah,
Daddy.
he might be the worst actor in the whole movie because his
I think that man was legally dead.
he might have been because he's got the dad of the real estate who's selling this property can't go with them for whatever reason. He sends his son, and he has this line that it makes no sense to me, but his acting is horrible. He says, "My son Jerry will be able to help you very nicely. We're one family." What?
Was that before or after he puts out the cigarette that's not lit?
Right, I don't know, but we're one family. Like what? I was like paused it. I'm like, we're one family. I'm like, what is that? What is he saying exactly? So I don't know. That guy, his lines were horrid.
And you know, at Olive Garden, when you hear your family, I wish we went to Olive Garden instead of.
Oh
watching
my
this
god,
movie.
I would take an all-you-can-eat breadstick and salad any day over.
Soup. I would like a soup, please. Okay. So the mom lady,
Oh,
Rose.
geez.
Oh, she's so
Rose.
mean.
She is.
She is so fucking mean. I could not stand her.
Yeah.
She was such a bitch, and I was really glad when she gets dispatched.
The only somewhat amusing part of the movie.
Oh my
Right?
god. Okay, no though. Because here's the thing, you want it to be good. So we had this in between. Oh no, I'm jumping around a little bit. There's a part where there was a film reel, and it was showing like old films.
Yes.
That had potential to be something cool, but it didn't pan out to
no.
be anything. So the baby eaters are like the hench people of the witch. Were they also German actors? I don't.
It's a good question.
So they're gonna sew her mouth shut. And it takes so long. And she patiently sits there and
She
waits for
does.
them to sew her mouth shut.
That's all she does the whole time.
And it wasn't even sewn shut yet.
No, exactly.
You still could have went out the start.
You're right.
There's one stitch in there.
Yeah. Hey, you guys, cut it out.
I mean, she doesn't fight. She's not swearing at them.
No.
She's not praying to God. She's not doing anything. Just like sitting there. Oh, I guess it's my time. I guess it's me.
Just patiently sit here.
And then she gets smoked
Yeah. Just like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Hi, it's me. The problem. Exactly.
in the chimney.
Oh my god. So first of all, I actually love that she's hanging upside down in the fireplace. That was actually pretty fucking cool. And then they start talking. There's a lot of smoke. And it's like, that's because there's a fucking person blocking the airflow. And it reminded me of Gremlins.
A little bit.
Ah,
A little bit.
Because of the girl's dad.
The dad,
Yeah.
yeah. Phoebe
Yeah,
Cates'
that's true.
father.
That's
Being
true.
Santa. This lady was Santa. But it's like so funny that they don't even try to like, should we try to clear the chimney
Right.
or
Should we
anything?
look? No.
Like, what could be in there before you light a
Right.
fire?
And what wood did you burn? It smells weird.
Oh my god, they smell like, oh, that chair smelled weird.
Yeah, it smells like burnt flesh. That's odd. They don't say that, but you're like,
Right.
burnt flesh and wood? I'm pretty sure it's not exactly the similar smell,
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
but that's okay.
So, poor Linda Blair's running around doing something in this film. I can't tell
So
what.
pointless.
So pointless. So Gary's the Hoff's name,
Yes.
and the girlfriend. He's trying to do sex with her. Leslie's trying to do sex with Leslie in the most unsexy situation fucking imaginable.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, like, let's do this. And it's like, are you a fucking psychopath? Like, why would we even right now? And he gets, like, butthurt, of course.
Well, Leslie's a virgin. And so
Yes.
he keeps giving her all the pressure and, you know, and the whole, oh my God, it's not normal for a woman your age to be a virgin kind of thing. Like over and over. You're like, oh my God, we get it already, guys. She's a virgin. We
Is she
get
a
it.
virgin, though? Because I just can't tell.
Right.
So the other couple, they're gonna have sex in front of a swordfish.
Well, they're not a couple. It's the
They're new couple.
So this is Daddy's boy
This is Daddy's boy,
and the architect,
architect.
who has a boyfriend.
allegedly.
No, they show him.
Was that a boy?
Well, but
Because he has this throwaway line about
Oh yes.
she loves sex.
yes. What do you love more, sex or your job?
Right.
So,
And so
She loves swordfish more than anything.
like what I don't understand is why she didn't try the Hoff. Like Daddy's boy was just annoying, you know.
well, that'd be
When my
unprofessional.
daddy finds out, he's gonna. When my daddy finds out,
Oh my God,
he
cringe.
says that over and over
The
and over and over again.
cringe.
They get stuck basically overnight because the boat that they charter to get there, the witch strings up the
Sends it away,
sailor
right.
and lets him go.
And David Hasselhoff, Gary, has a Zodiac.
Yep.
Which I don't know what the fuck a Zodiac
It's
is.
It's a kind of a boat.
Well, I mean, I know
with
that, but from the
motor
movie.
on it.
But it was like the way he said it was like, did Zodiac like sponsor this film or something?
But the waves are too big to take the Zodiac.
Yeah, the Zodiac cannot fight these waves. So the other people have sex in front of a swordfish. Well, kind of they do. I don't know. It's so boring.
I don't
Yeah.
know that they do or if they don't, but we do know that Perv Daddy is watching them.
Yes,
Yes.
he
Gross.
is. Well, now his wife's been
She's
smoked,
gone.
so she's
Yeah.
gone.
He
Um,
never once like tries to look for her.
Nope.
No one looks for her.
He looks for the architect after they disappear. After
Yeah.
they get taken
Yep.
to hell, he walks around going like, "Where are you? Where
Oh,
are
yeah.
you?"
There's one
Never
point,
once is he calling out for
There's
Rose.
one point one of the women, I can't even remember, but they look for Rose because they say like, what if something happened to Rose or something like
Right.
that. But nobody really cares about finding Rose.
Yeah.
No, not at
Because
all.
she's mean.
Yeah.
She's no good.
So they get sucked into the hell tunnel, the architect and Daddy's big boy, and they die. And they actually get one of them gets swordfished.
Yes.
Leslie gets swordfished.
The architect gal.
She
Yeah.
gets swordfished. So
Yes.
that was telling. And then the guy is on a burning
Sorry,
cross on the beach.
Linda. Not that it matters, but Linda is the architect.
He gets
Yeah.
he gets
And then Jerry gets
Crucified.
crucified upside down.
upside down
And then
On the beach.
burnt. Yes.
Again, sounds cool. Is not actually cool in the way that it turns
Well,
out.
here's how it's cool.
Tell me.
His hair is fire retardant. Because his
That
skin
wig
is
would-
burning,
that wig
but
would
his
not
hair
burn.
does not like it would if it were burning.
It's a flameproof
It's
wig.
flameproof 80s wig. Yes.
And
That
by
was
the
pretty
way,
cool.
He gave off like a John Kennedy light vibe.
Okay, I'll buy
Like
that.
on the Wish version.
Yeah.
So then we have the essay, and that's Leslie and Daddy's boy's ghost.
Daddy's boy's ghost.
Was that his like ghost? Was that him? Wasn't that him?
For...
That attacks her?
Oh, no,
No.
I don't think so. I think he was
Who
just
was
a
that
random,
man?
just a
That
random
was Satan.
demony
Well,
thing.
according to IMDb, it's Satan.
With the same hair? Satan would never with that haircut. Satan
Yeah.
would
I didn't think it
never.
was the
They
same
they
guy.
never say who it is or what it is,
Right.
but you know.
I assumed it was like his spirit or something, like trying to look like him.
Oh.
So he attacks.
His mouth was sewn, you think?
His mouth was
Right?
sewn.
Okay.
Yeah. He attacks her.
In her sleep?
Yeah, it's kind of like a dream
But
attack.
then she wakes up and it's real.
But it's
'cause
real.
Right.
Blood. And,
Right.
Yeah.
So at some point, Gary gets the bright idea to shoot off the flare.
Yes.
And there's this sweet little girl who uses a wheelchair.
But again, what's the point? She sees it.
Yeah.
She goes into her dad, says, "Daddy, I saw a flare." He's
Yeah.
all, "Fuck off! I'm reading fucking The Godfather
He's
here."
reading the fucking guy. He's
Right.
like, you make up too many stories. And
So-
it's like,
So then she goes into the kitchen, tries to call
Yeah.
the sheriff. Sheriff never answers.
Yeah.
So why even have this fucking scene in the movie?
Well, and it's like, we're a coastal people. There's an island over there. If someone sets off a flare, like, why would you assume, like, she's telling the stories again?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? The girl started the flare. So poor sweet little girl, she tries to do something at least. Somebody in this
But it's
movie tried to do
pointless.
something.
They're, like, she must have been a friend of, a producer or something.
Yeah.
Because there was
No need.
She was the other writing credit.
There was no reason, yeah.
Yeah. No need to have her in there whatsoever.
I have a note here that says, ew, Gary's neck.
You?
Ew, because his neck was doing like a little pulsating.
Oh, he went into spontaneous arterial or
eruption.
jugular, eruption from his arms, and then from there, that was. I mean, he painted the walls. It was, some of the little Italian influence there. A lot of blood on the walls. You see that a lot in Italian films.
Yeah.
And you want it to look cool. It just doesn't
You
this
do.
time.
Not quite, but I mean, at least they gave him like veins pulsating and things before it erupted. But,
Gary also has a smart idea because the helicopter comes by, and they're all like, "Wait, help!" From inside the house. Why don't they go outside?
they couldn't.
Oh, the witch
The
trapped
witch,
them.
trapped him in.
I forgot about the witch. Literally, I forgot about the witch in this conversation.
They're trapped inside while the helicopter's outside.
Yeah.
By the way, the sheriff, Daddy, the realtor daddy,
Yeah.
goes to the sheriff, says, "You got to do something." They're like, "What do you expect me to do? I'm just the sheriff. I can't do anything. The waves are too high. We can't send a boat out there." Next thing you know what's happening? Sheriff is flying a fucking helicopter.
You had that the whole time.
Yeah, whole time.
I call bullshit to that, by the way. There's no way that old cop is flying a helicopter. There's just no way.
You don't believe he has the skills?
No, absolutely not.
Um.
No way that happens. And then, is it morning? Is it night? Is it morning?
I don't know.
Is it night?
I don't
because
think
they
they
keep
know.
going to flying around and it's light out, and they fly around and it's dark, and then next shot it's
Oh,
light.
you know what that is?
What's that?
The Witchery.
That's the Witchery.
It's the witch's light.
It's the witch's light. You're right.
I
I strike that comment from my notes.
So Gary, let the records show it has been stricken. Gary actually does have a clever idea to use the photography flash thing, and then
Which immediately dies.
yeah, but I mean it.
Why didn't they turn on the projector?
Why don't they do a lot?
It
of
came on the
things?
first time when it wasn't plugged in. So
That's a good point. It's
And
more
it played
Witchery.
film when it had no film threaded through
right,
it. either,
exactly.
but-
And they're just like, that's peculiar. There's no film. No.
I'm just saying, when you're making a movie and there's this projector that does absolutely nothing except show
But you already
one
saw,
film,
Yeah.
which you already saw in the
Which you
beginning of the
saw.
movie.
right?
Yeah,
I don't. Who filmed that?
that's a good question.
I'm
The
so
Witch's
confused.
Light.
The Witch's Light
That's
does
going to
it
be
all.
my answer to everything from now.
Linda Blair.
Yes.
She does this a lot,
Yeah.
and then looks back.
She had,
Like
yeah.
several, she's looking away, looks at the camera, mugs, and then looks back
Shit.
for no reason whatsoever.
Again, she had to do something.
Oh my god! I mean, they paid her. Yeah, they must have. Yeah, I mean,
So now the movie gets a tiny bit more interesting because the pregnant Linda Blair character, Jane, she gets possessed. And she gets some wild hair. Some wild
She-
Oh,
hair.
it's some great 80s.
it's
Yeah.
how. But okay, she's on the beach with the 4 remaining people,
Yes.
right?
at that point.
It was Leslie and Gary,
Yeah.
right, and
And
then
monotone, Tommy
the
monotone.
little
Monotone.
the monotone Tommy, and then he's probably got disease, and people are like gonna add us later. For now, that's the thing, right? Adding still.
Sure.
Okay. And anyway, so Hasselhoff and his girlfriend run upstairs to go chase the lady they saw in a window up there,
Right.
leaving
So fucking stupid.
right, but leaving Linda Blair and
Yeah.
one tone Tommy,
Tommy Two-Tone.
Tommy two tone, 8 6 7 5 3 0. Anyway, down on the beach, and then they go upstairs to the room, and then Linda Blair's up there. How did she get up there past him? And then
The
with the
witch's
hair.
light.
Yeah. No, it it makes no sense. And so then it's like, we've lost Tommy. And I said, okay, at this point I said, are we really that invested in Tommy?
No.
Shouldn't we just leave Tommy? So Linda Jane, whoever she is, she's trying to deliver these lip synced lines and it's just, oh, it's painful to watch. Just like the Pope's Exorcist. There's a little boy who's possessed in the Pope's Exorcist, and the lip syncing with like the demon voice in this one is so bad. And it was like I literally like had to sit through this twice now. This lip syncing demon voice, and that's one time too many at least.
Yep.
So we're really that invested in Tommy. How abrupt was this ending? How abrupt was this?
It was very abrupt.
Now, we're complaining about the length and the droning and the oddness of it all, but making it even weirder is this super abrupt ending.
Yeah. I mean, so the whole... First of all, you guys notice the running back and forth through the same hallways?
Yes.
Like, basically,
There's
they had
only
this...
one of two halls.
Yeah, they had this building that they clearly only allowed to film in like 2 or 3 areas of it, right?
Yes.
Because it was the same back and forth, up, and it was like up, and then they came back down, and then
It's a
they
good
got
cartoon.
scared, and they came back over. It's like a Scooby-Doo,
Yeah.
where they're all running
It's
back and
chasing
forth.
them. They're chasing it. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, and then poor David, or Hasselhoff tries to save someone. He gets
He
impaled.
gets candled.
He gets impaled with something. I don't know what
It
the
was a
hell it was.
candlestick, wasn't it?
Was it a
Candelabra?
candlestick?
Yeah.
Okay, candelabra.
He gets candle struck.
You've been. Candles.
Oh man, and then and then basically Linda Blair has to yeet herself out the window.
And
It's like,
the little player, I love you, Jane.
I love you, Jane.
I love you, Jane.
Well, at least she was choking him out. That kind of made me happy.
Right.
It was something.
When she had her hands
it
around
was kind of
Tommy,
exciting.
monotone Tommy's neck.
Yeah, but just enough to break the spell that she could jump out the window and stop the whatever you call it, the curse.
But it's not
However.
over yet.
But however, now the ending.
This baby, though. It's like, okay, then baby, and then we ran out of time and it was over.
So you're in the hospital.
Well, I mean, that's it exactly. It's like,
But-
all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, you're in the hospital, and a doctor walks in. Again, horrible acting.
Yeah.
It's like Tommy Wiseau acting in the rose
Yeah.
rose shop kind of thing, with basically saying, "Don't worry, Tommy is fine. You can leave the hospital. Your baby is fine." And then all of a sudden, freeze frame.
Baby? Yeah.
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense. And it's like, so how did everybody get off the
Yeah,
island?
I don't know.
I am so mad. It was literally like they just had to, okay, we literally have 10 minutes to finish this movie.
They ran out of film.
Ran out of
who
money.
knows?
I don't even think that was Linda Blair under there. Probably
Under
wasn't.
where?
Well, in the hospital.
No, that was Leslie.
That was
Oh,
Leslie.
that was Leslie.
Yeah.
I was.
Remember, Linda Blair jumped
she's
out
out
the window and
So
killed
that
herself.
probably wasn't even the real Leslie. That was probably just like some stand-in.
Look alike.
Yeah, that they were like, we don't have time or money for anybody. You know who did that ending a lot better? House of the Devil.
Okay.
Like the surprise baby ending.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that. I don't think.
Well, it's like spoiler.
Yeah, don't need to watch it now.
Yeah,
For-
I don't
for-
think I'd watch that movie.
For a movie from
Don't need to
2009.
now.
How
You have
about
seen
Caleb?
it. And you have seen it, by the way.
Have I?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
We've discussed it many times.
Oh, okay. Well, I've seen it. The end theme credits.
The credit song. Just when you think you couldn't get any worse, you get lyrics like, "Where'd it go? Dream and heal me back. I want to see your love burn again."
But the way it starts, like producer Scott, can you hum me like a slow kind of like 80s hum, just something for me real quick. And the lyrics are, "My dreams are back." Like that's the song. That's how it starts, and you're just like, you're like waiting.
I like how you said it like a question back.
You're just like, what's going on? Oh, start to finish this movie.
Please don't be fooled into thinking we were having a good time. This was not a good time.
You know what? Like you said, if you could get together with a group of friends and watch this film, and you guys have popcorn and candy, and you know what I mean, and you know you're in.
Lots of alcohol.
I don't even want to promote
cat.
necessarily that, right? But I mean,
A cat.
a cat, several cats maybe to get through this movie.
Don't
Nobody needs a
watch
cat.
this by yourself. You've been warned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, go watch it with your friends, knowing what you're getting into, because you can all laugh together.
We're your favorite David Hasselhoff
No less than 5
t-shirt.
friends.
There you go.
No less than 5 friends.
No less.
So
We
6
need
total.
to. We need to cleanse our palate.
Oh my god.
Let's play
Okay.
a game. Let's play a
Let's
game.
play a game. Let's do it. Hey there, welcome. I'm gonna fix my mic a little bit. Oh, I just made it worse.
You made it worse.
Okay.
All right.
We are gonna play the movie poster tagline game. What does that mean, you ask? I'm gonna tell you. It's okay. Basically, I recently got a haul of like 10 vintage movie posters, and I wanted to show them off. But then I was like looking at them going, there's taglines on here. These are older movies. Maybe Sandra and Caleb might know what the taglines for those movies are. So they can guess the movie if I tell them a tagline, and then I'll show you the poster.
Okay.
And we'll just kind of see what happens.
I love it.
So I'm going to read you a tagline.
Okay.
Okay.
Guess the movie. You might get it, you might not. And then
All
we'll
right.
look at the poster. Most of them are
I'm
easy.
excited. I'm excited.
We'll see what happens. And they're not all necessarily horror.
Yeah.
A lot of them are.
Yeah.
But there's a few that are comedy or whatever.
So it's a game and it's a haul.
Yes, it is.
It's a game
Who else
hall.
would give you a game haul? Let's want a haul of a game.
All of a game.
Okay.
Play ball.
Go home.
I'm going to do this real quick so that I can actually move the poster in front of me.
Great auditory experience.
I know, I'm
Wearing
sorry.
headphones.
Okay. Are you ready? The first poster. This is a movie from 1990.
Okay.
All right?
1990.
And the tagline is, do you dare walk these steps again?
Again.
Oh, okay. 1990. Do you
Right.
dare walk these steps again? It
I was
is
thinking people into the stairs, but
Exorcist 3.
Very good,
Wow.
Sandra.
A cult show.
Exorcist 3.
Nice. That's a cult show favorite.
That is.
Hold on. That's not working at all. That's, yeah.
Which part's not working?
Well, because your shirt has green on it, I had to do something different. And
Oh.
It's not showing anything right now. It's just a black screen.
I love it.
So, excuse me just a moment.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay, I think that works.
How about that?
Yeah.
Does that work?
Does it work?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Well,
There's green in the poster, too, so.
oh, that's okay.
Yeah. We can get
Exorcist
the idea.
3.
A
Exorcist
cult
3.
show favorite.
It is.
cool, very
Great
cool.
fucking movie.
Yes. So I roll it. I roll and roll and roll.
Keep rolling.
Okay, the next movie
Fred, where's Fred?
is 1984. Not the movie 1984,
Oh,
but it's from
okay.
1984.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay.
All right. The tagline is enter a world beyond your wildest imagination where anything can happen. This is a harder one. It's a film that I don't think we've talked. We have talked about this movie on our show, actually.
We've mentioned it.
We've it's been a topic, one of our
Fuck.
films.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is it the
1984.
Alice in Wonderland one?
I don't remember what that one was.
Maybe involves like dreams and things.
The wolf?
It's an actor.
Oh, the wolf movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got Bill in it. No, it's got Dennis
Yes,
in it.
yes, yes,
What was
Got
that?
who?
Dennis Quaid in it.
yes.
The one.
Oh,
with-
Dreamscape.
Dreamscape.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, we have talked about it. I picked that one.
Well, okay, and we like Dreamscape, and we like this poster, but that's not really. This looks like an Indiana Jones.
That's
Oh, yeah,
what they were going
absolutely.
for. Yeah.
Shut up.
Absolutely.
They
It's
make
a sweet
it-
poster.
It's not that movie though.
Hey, it's got the Snake Man like front and center. So.
I do love him.
Like,
Yeah.
if you just change Dennis Quaid's face to Harrison Ford and you change the little kid's face to...
It's Temple of Doom.
It's totally Temple of
It's
Doom.
Kate Capshaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's wild.
Wild.
The audacity.
Wild, wacky stuff.
But I know they
Okay.
did that a lot. Yeah.
Next we have a 1983 movie. Now,
Okay.
Caleb,
Yeah.
this is for you.
I,
'Cause-
I wasn't alive then.
That's right. It's a comedy from 1983.
Okay.
This is kind of one of my favorites that I don't talk about necessarily so often,
Okay.
but the tagline is, "That is the movie." As in, if someone were reciting an old Shakespearean line and then they went, "That is the movie."
To be or not to be?
To be or not to be.
Oh.
My favorite Mel Brooks movie, believe it or not.
That's your favorite.
Yes.
With his wife Anne Bancroft.
Exactly. It's one lesser known film, but it's one of my faves. It's a
I never would have gotten that from the tagline.
Mhm.
However, Neil's clue.
Yeah, clued you in. What a great poster.
it is fantastic.
It's a pretty fun
You
movie.
see how
Have you seen
Anne's
it?
name is
I-
in parentheses?
Yes.
They do that in the movie too. It's
That's
really
really
cool.
funny.
They carry it through. And
I'm pretty sure I have because I've seen a large part of Mel Brooks' canon over my
Okay.
life.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And there's like a queer character named Sasha in it. And I've seen him live in Tahoe. I don't even know if he's alive anymore.
probably
but
not James Hague.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's lovely.
It may
Lovely,
may
lovely,
need to be
lovely.
revisited.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, 1987 film.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's horror adjacent.
Okay.
Okay. The tagline is seduction, romance, murder, the things one does for love.
The things you do for love. The things you do for love.
This is one we have discussed on our show.
We did an episode on it?
Yep.
Fuck.
We sure did. It was a
Uh,
pandemic episode.
Oh, shit.
I remember those days.
Was it one of those like group ones where we were watching 10 movies at a time?
No.
No?
Uh,
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna give you the clue that'll make you get it. We just watched it again at the cult film series recently.
Oh, Vampire's Kiss.
Vampire's
Oh,
Kiss.
Jesus.
That's the one.
Yeah, I don't think I ever knew that tagline. I
Yeah.
love the little bat and the little skull and crossbones, little heart. Very
Yeah.
cute. That's
What a
really
very
his face looks hella weird.
Yes, it does. In the whole film.
But like especially
you know,
know.
like
A, B, C.
That's
Well,
great.
I'm
That's
glad you
great
gave
that
us
you got
that
that
one.
one.
Yes, I
Yeah.
had
That's
to.
awesome.
I had to.
It's a family affair.
I had to get it. It is for us.
For
All right.
us,
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Horror movie,
Okay.
All right.
1984.
Okay.
You should get this. 3 times before, you have felt the terror, known the madness, lived the horror, but this is the one you've been screaming for.
Ooh, three
Three
times
times
before.
3 times before.
So this is number 4 in
Is,
84?
is it Freddy 4?
No, but you're close. It's in the slasher genre.
Is
Halloween.
it
No.
Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th.
We get it eventually. We just
You
keep
get
giving-
it. Part 4.
There's only so,
So
many.
many, yes!
In 84, there's only so many that have had that many.
So this is like the teaser versus the one with the
Right.
mask.
I like this poster.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. Well, y'all know I'm a sackhead Jason
That's
person.
true. You are a
And
sackhead.
so it's
This
kind of like
This is like too many.
This is my favorite one.
this
Yeah.
is your
In fact,
favorite.
doesn't this make this tops
I
our
think
list?
so,
I think.
yeah.
In the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not
Much-
for
much-
me.
Grudgingly
much
for
to-
Sandra. Yes, for
But
Sandra.
I
Yes.
think
Ew.
you and I probably had it number 1, and
We
that
did.
was enough.
But
to-
I do just like I like the typography. I like the simplicity of it.
Right.
Like yeah, I like that poster. I mean, I've liked a lot of these posters. But
These are
that's
cool posters.
pretty
Okay.
cool.
I'm gonna go. Horror.
Horror.
1987. On Friday, May 13th, Jason is back. But this time, someone's waiting.
Friday the 13th part.
5, 7, 6. 6.
Which one was he not in? Which one wasn't him? 5 wasn't him, right?
Yeah.
You're right, it wasn't
Okay. So,
Jason.
So
Jason.
was this
6?
6?
Or 7?
You got it.
6.
I'm guessing both.
6.
Oh, okay, you're guessing both.
6.
I mean, I'll...
Michael, you know? Okay.
He's
What
falling.
year?
87.
I would say 6.
Okay. You're all wrong. It's part 7.
That's what I said.
You can't do 2 guesses.
Part 7, The New Blood.
There he
That's
is.
the one.
Up there it
So
is.
they were
There it
just like
is.
pumping those things out one a year then,
Yes,
right?
they were. Yes, they
Because
were.
80 was 1, 80.
Yep.
Yeah, there he is.
Jesus.
Pretty much it.
Wow. Okay.
Shakalaka.
That's the one. Okay. Next movie.
7.
Back to comedy.
Okay.
Back to
All right. And I did not put the year on here, so unfortunately I don't recall. But I think it was, geez, I'm going to say like 1980. And the tagline is, "In Mel we trust."
Well, so it's
No,
Mel
we
Brooks.
Mm-hmm. In Mel we trust.
1980.
I'm guessing on that, by the way, but
In Mel we trust.
you know Mel likes his history.
History of the World.
World Part 1.
Part 1.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
yes!
Very good.
There it is. Isn't that one of your favorites, Scott?
Yes.
This is a great film. The Torquemada section is just hysterical. Just a whole musical.
Did you guys watch the new one?
Yes,
He
I
did.
Hulu?
Did
I
you
did.
watch it, Scott?
I have not watched it, and it came out in 1981.
81.
Okay.
81. Okay.
Thank you, Scott. That's not
You're
bad. It was a
welcome,
year
Neil.
off. I mean,
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I
Okay.
expect more from you, Neil.
Well, okay, we won't take it. We're not.
so like my
gonna-
wife. Okay. Next film is a comedy again. All right, a 1984 film.
Okay.
This is a criminally underrated film,
Okay.
in my, of course, humble opinion. Organized crime has never been so disorganized. Or if I read it correctly, organized crime has never been this disorganized.
Fish Called Wanda.
No.
Organized crime, 1984.
Yep. Has never been this disorganized.
Somebody is fucking screaming at us right
I
now.
know.
The answer. I don't know.
No, that's
No.
a good one though.
Um,
It stars Michael
Oh, Jesus. Johnny
Johnny
Dangerously.
Dangerously.
Fuck.
never heard
You're
of
right.
it.
This is criminally...
Never heard of it.
Really?
criminally...
Scott, producer Scott, have you ever?
No.
Oh,
It's got Danny DeVito in it,
yeah.
so he would have been pretty young.
It's got a big cast.
Yeah.
You know what's in this? Jeffrey Weissman.
Dick Buttkiss.
Yep.
Dom
Jeffrey
DeLuise.
Weissman is in this too.
Joe Piscopo.
So this is a,
Yeah. It's a fun movie.
it's a really fun film.
Farting eyesores.
Farting ice holes.
Oh, our drape is falling.
I know. Ah. Pay no attention
Pay
to
no
the Neil
attention to the
behind
drape.
the green
Where's your
cloth.
clippy thing?
My clippy thing.
Your little
Yeah,
clippy.
that would have worked probably better than the tape.
Good point.
Wow, this is what happens
All right.
when I don't help.
Yay for
Okay,
Gaffer's
two
sake.
left. Two left.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Moving right along.
All right.
I'm excited.
Good. This is an action adventure film and fantasy as well
Okay.
from 1984.
Okay.
This is a long one I got to read here, so bear
Action
with
Oh,
me.
sweet
Adventure
Jesus.
84.
Okay.
Grab a snack.
Beyond our time, beyond our universe, there is a planet besieged by alien invaders, where a young king must rescue his love from the clutches of the beast, or risk the death of his world.
Oh,
Kroll.
yeah.
Roll it is, Caleb. Very
we
good.
did that movie.
Yeah, that was my pick. Love this movie.
That is a long tagline.
It is. Good poster though.
Yeah.
I like the beast. The beast.
The beast.
To her, it only is another child.
Remember baby
To
Liam
us.
I
Neeson
think I
in this
blocked
one?
this
That's a
movie.
really
It is the
fun-
beast.
I blocked this movie out.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm done with that.
I kind of blocked it out too, but I seem to remember liking it.
Yeah.
I think I liked it more
I
than
remember,
some of the
like,
other
nothing, but I
things.
seem to remember that.
Mm.
How could you not like
Yeah.
Kroll?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Remember the glaive?
Is this the,
The-
one
the knife
where they like to
starfish?
show the sweeping vistas all the time, the mountains?
Well, probably.
Yeah.
Because
And
his like lair moves every night or every day or something.
Yeah. He's got the Cyclops.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
can see his future.
Liam Neeson, little baby Liam Neeson.
Little baby Neeson.
The Spider Woman in the web. The lady in the web or woman in the web.
Yeah.
You did. You had to have, because that was a pandemic.
Yeah, that was
one too.
You know, sometimes your brain just feels like I need to remember something else, so I need to swap something.
I think you'd
That's
like
me
it.
and Kroll.
Okay, that's fair.
My brain said we're gonna hold on to.
I don't remember us talking about
maybe
this.
you were like,
So.
you guys made us watch Dragon Slayer, so I'm not gonna watch your fantasy anymore.
I mean, we were doing like an episode every single week. I
We
don't
were.
think I watched everything. Then again, it was the pandemic.
I don't remember doing Kroll. I'll be honest. I didn't remember.
We definitely did.
Did we? Okay,
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I figure after
Is this a shared
we weren't
delusion?
touching any more
Yeah,
80s
I know.
action things, fantasies. Okay, last poster.
Okay.
Back to horror.
As it
This
should
this
be.
is the this is my chef's kiss of posters that I received that I got in this batch.
Okay.
This is what I'm most happy with. Okay,
It's gotta be Fred.
tagline, 1973 film.
Oh, just kidding.
Yep, no. Tagline is
1973.
yeah. Why are the good people dying?
Ooh.
Yes. Why are the good people dying from 1973? It's one of my favorite horror directors, one of his early films. You guys know who my favorite was.
Have we reviewed it?
No.
Why not? If he's your favorite.
Well, my director. He's a favorite director.
Well, so it's not going to be Wes Craven. It's not going to be John Carpenter.
John Carpenter. Okay, you know any Romero early films?
So 73.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Dawn
Night.
of the Dead.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yes, done.
It
Dawn.
is The Crazy.
Oh, I have seen that too.
Cool.
I've seen that in the remake.
This is sweet vintage paper right here, people.
Yeah, that is sick.
Yeah.
That's super sick.
Are you sure that's real? That feels printed to me. I think you got
Oh.
scammed.
You
This
got-
is because it was a little teeny film. They didn't print it on little real paper versus the gloss.
That's
but
awesome.
yeah, I like it. Anyway,
Nice.
good job, guys.
Yeah.
Good job, Neil.
I think you guys got them all except for maybe the last one.
I think we missed a couple.
So-
I mean, just between friends.
It's between friends. I won't tell anyone. So, anyway,
Fun fact: we did Kroll on November 20th of 2020,
Damn.
and the reason why we probably have forgotten is because we, on the very same episode, we did Beastmaster. So it was one of our most controversial episodes.
Because I don't like Beastmaster. I think it sucks.
Still can't type it in chat, by the way.
That's
Try
a
it.
banished word. You'll get. Don't try it. You'll get
Try it.
booted. I'm sorry for
Fine, you'll get a
Beastmaster.
special surprise.
I'm sure if you were a little boy back then, you just had to be there, and it fucking ruled your world, and rule Aunt Sandy's world in 2020.
whoa, hot call.
I'm calling my golden eagle.
Yep.
Oh, here it comes.
Producer Scott, you want me to go back or am I good here?
You're good there.
Okay. So next week, what is happening? Or 2 weeks from now, excuse me.
It's my pick.
It's your
It's
pick.
your pick.
I'm going to pick a movie that I've never seen before, but most people have. And this is one of my... I haven't watched this movie yet, and I really need to get to it. We are doing Videodrome.
Oh,
Oh.
cool. Okay.
Yes. And it's a beloved
you.
movie. I haven't seen all of Cronenberg's catalog, but I do like me some Crony, and I'm excited to get down on the Videodrome with y'all.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I think we're finally going to break our
A
streak.
streak?
Yes.
That was my goal.
It's a lofty one.
Yeah.
Yes. Well.
Have you seen it?
No.
Ooh, I got you first timers.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Videodrome in 2 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's leave.
Get the fuck out of here. Bye, everybody.
Make sure you go to thecultshow.com/store to visit our store. Pod People of the Future, thank you for listening. And why don't you leave us a rating while you're there? We'd appreciate that. Thank you, Dawn
Cardenas.
Cardenas.
Thank you.
You are a beautiful, beautiful soul, and I love your guitars. Miss Movie Buff Laura, Mindy Horror Movie Addict, Tommy Levette, Gory Bits. Good Lord, I can't read my
What you rate? Zeno's
Curious Goods. Thank you.
And Army Beef, we're gonna have your hot sauce on soon.
Very soon. Very, very soon.
Bye.
Cheers.
One more time.